Look around at all our faces. For a week we've learned and worked and played. All of us from many different places. Now all we want to do is stay. Kalikalos, we love you. Kalikalos, let's just let go of all the things we thought we knew. Well, the place found me rather than I find the place. Now I've been out here for 10 years. I know that it's the region where Chiron, the wounded healer, was, and it was an ancient healing area 2,000 years ago. They were doing dream analysis and fasting here. It's a beautiful, beautiful area, and it's green. We have plenty of water, and the soil is very fertile. I used to go on vacation myself in Mexico, Ibiza, Greece. Because of the nature of the being that I am, I was dissatisfied, bored really after a few days, and I wanted something more meaningful. And that's what I found at Skiros. That was a meaningful holiday. They were running workshops, and at the same time, you had a wonderful holiday. So I thought that's a great concept. I would like to combine that holiday and educational experience with community building, all three together. You've got to give equal priority to the educational aspect, the workshop or the retreat. I'm very keen on my community building, so I won't give up my time in community building. So basically the day divides up in the morning from the time the buffet breakfast is over, say from 9:30, and then we get that cleaned up. From 9:30 until 1:30 with a coffee break, that's usually workshop time.
The energy of the green rivers getting alive, and I feel them walking around the circle.
And then people either take a picnic lunch down to the beach or they stay up here and eat with the staff. People are on the beach from 2:30 until about 5:45, and that's their beach time. You cannot get people not to have their beach time when they come here. The beaches are fabulous out here. And then in the evening, people are coming back by 6 o'clock, 6:15. They are working in the garden, and we have 1,300 square meters, I believe. So we have some vegetable gardens here. We have lots of flower beds. And we, of course, cook the evening meal, which is the main meal, so we do that together.
It's gonna be tzatziki. It's a very typical dressing and sauce using grease. We're gonna use zero. And, okay.
Getting on at 7:30. We have 1 hour to get this meal out. That's it. That's normal for the grease food paper to stay like that. The magic here is something I imported from Findhorn. And the thing that makes it work out here are the circles. We have this stick and it gives us the power of speech, and the rest of us have the power to be listeners, which is not so easy. Anything that you want to share with the others, the rest of us, to get to know each other a little better?
Sean. I also live in London, and I'm here because I'm not doing anything with myself at the moment, and I don't really know what I want to do in the future. So I'm a bit in between with things, and yeah, I'm very fortunate to come here. I'm glad I did.
We are very determined that yes, we are going all the family together one week in Greece. And then she said, you know what, if it's the place that they shot Mamma Mia, maybe I will come with you.
If you look around you, much of these seeds were planted by these hands. And it's fantastic to see the circle of sunflowers supporting this circle of timber, supporting this circle of sky that with many other hands we put together and we lifted and we raised. So I was here for the work camp.
And I have friends in America and Canada who they say it's not possible to build a community of people coming and going. But those of you who've been here see that it is possible. And it's possible because of these circles. It's the circles that does it. I'm sure of it. In a way, that's what it's about. And the kind of community that we build, people think, oh, we're going to a community. Actually, you haven't come to a community. You are making this community.
And it changes every single week. I think that the energy changes, the people change, the vision changes, the community changes, everything changes, which is can be very challenging, but it's also wonderful.
You know yourself.
People often leave here things are
You gotta throw them to greet and say goodbye to the people that are leaving, so they will have this image in their mind.
We have this very small little hotel or large guest house, which has 9 rooms, but 2 of the rooms are not really usable. One is the workshop and the other is the office. We are now renting rooms across the street at Mr. Dimitri's house. We're renovating those so that they are more attractive to Westerners.
We want to invite people to have a healing time, to have a joyful time. And then when we saw Alessandro's, I said to Jacques, what a beautiful hotel. I don't remember the details, but somehow he said, okay, we will rent it next year for you. And there we are. And then we rented it, and it was very adventurous at the beginning because I had kind of organized everything. I had to focalize everything, and I was thrown into a work I had never done. We started here at Alessandro's with the Vipassana retreat, and it was a perfect place for a meditation retreat because it's quiet, it's absolutely in nature. We started the Vipassana meditation at 6 o'clock with the sunrise. And then Hank returned. Hank is a Vipassana teacher I feel very much respect and very much love.
The basic exercises on the body, because there we can learn to be sharp. We cannot learn to be sharp on the mind because the mind is so fast. And our attachments happen before we can see them. So, thanks to the body that's a bit slower, we sharpen our mindfulness, and later they will apply it by themselves to the mind. What is the most prominent phenomenon? So this is an invitation to investigate this. While you walk, suddenly switch and observe your concentration. But do it only after 20 minutes or something, because then your concentration has been built up and then it's clearly visible.
Sometimes what I found in my meditation practice, I can try too hard and get too attached to the method. And this was a wonderful opportunity to focus and keep the concentration in the morning, and then to be able to relax in the afternoon. And again, the surroundings are so lovely. So to be able to go to the beach. Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going? Mamma Mia Beach.
Where we originally started at Anilio, it's still going. Anilio campus is in the forest.
Yeah, there's 6 little camping spaces. And from here on, this is all Castagna, or chestnut forest right there.
I'm in that range.
We call it the Wild West these days. Very different energy over there.
Sorry.
4 or 5 weeks.
Is someone focalizing the place?
I went.
I've learned that being in community does not mean leading community. It means working with the other people you're sharing life with to get to where you're going together and not pulling them along or pushing them along. And that's something I think I have a tendency to do. And here I've learned that that's not what community is, and there's no point in doing that, and you get nothing from it. I'm gonna need this. This is my.
Okay.
This is like my Bible. I really need this. No, this is my notes.
Well, let's connect again in silence and listen, just listen and be aware of the body.
I don't want to be alive anymore. I don't want to experience anything anymore. I'm finished. And then you don't do it, and then you still have nothing to believe in. You can't even believe in disbelief. You can't even believe in despair. You can't even believe in meaninglessness. And you're left there with nothing to believe in. Nothing whatsoever to believe in.
Seeing that life has a lot more to offer than just the mind. Like, there's all these emotions that we can feel, and it's okay to feel them. And that was probably the biggest inspiration.
And I would say the average age were people in their mid-20s to early 30s, and their level of participation in this just kind of gave me a hope for humanity.